Oh. Hello. This is literally my first ever video with this camera that I checked out from my school library. I'm holding it on my hand in a selfie camera. Got a microphone on here. Kind of fancy, never used that before. A little bit about me. I am a pre-med student at BYU. For those of you who don't know, that's in Utah, the lovely state of Utah. Real pretty. I have a lot of things, and actually I really have a lot of things I want to talk about. And that's why I'm starting this channel, because I can share a lot of fun things. So get ready for that. People, coming for ya. Man, I'm probably going to look back on this video and just be like, what the heck were you doing, dude? On this channel, I'm going to hopefully share with you some of the things I've learned during my time as a pre-med. There are a few life hacks and a few ways that you can do better in your pre-med journey. So I hope this is helpful. Yeah, this is a pretty ratchet video, but look at my mustache. No shave November. Oh boy, camera down, microphone down. I'm really good at this. Okay, not going anywhere. Let's see. Yeah, I also really want to talk about my job as an anesthesia tech. It's been really cool. I think it might be one of the best jobs you can get as a pre-med, to be honest. The amount of exposure to things I've gotten is insane. It's really given me a super good look into medicine, and it's helped me decide that I want to go down a surgical path. And it's been an extremely good opportunity to make connections with other doctors, other nurses, and meet a lot of people who have been through a lot of really cool experiences in their journey to medicine. And it's also useful as a pre-med because they're gonna be giving me some letters of recommendation, so that's cool, hopefully. Okay, so I actually made a list of all the things I want to talk about on my phone, and that's why I'm actually going to make this channel, because there's just so many things where I'm like, I should talk about that. I should tell people that. That'd be useful. Wish I knew that. So, okay, here's the biggest one I'll talk about tonight. To take a gap year or not? That is the question. Well, I don't know the answer, but for me, I think I am going to take a gap year, as crazy as that sounds. I think I'm ready to apply, and I probably could go, but why take a gap year when you're ready and you can graduate in 4 years? Well, the main advantage is that it might give me the opportunity to explore other interests before I get into med school. And that would be really nice, because once you're in med school, you're definitely in the pipeline, and you are so busy that you don't have time to explore things anymore, which is fine, but it's the reality. So I think I'm going to take that time to explore research into a particular field of medicine that I may be interested in, which is ophthalmology. I don't know if I'm going to do that for sure, but I think if I do, it would be super valuable to get some research into the field. So I'm going to start that during my gap year, and I'm still going to take the MCAT this May. Thing is it seems like more and more people are trending towards taking a gap year these days, so it's not uncommon, and as long as you choose something that is worth your time during that gap year, I think it can be a great thing. You shouldn't just waste away that time doing nothing, taking a time off, because then you're wasting your time and it's not worth it. But for me, I think if I spend that time doing valuable research in a particular field of medicine, I'll be not only bolstering my future application, possibly to residency, but also I'm giving myself the chance to explore that field and really figure out if that's something I want to do, which would be super valuable to me, because once you're in med school, you don't have as much time to explore what specialties you want to do, and you have some time, but it happens really fast, and the earlier you can get a start on that, the better, right? Take a gap year, moral of the story. Or don't take a gap year. It's probably fine too. But fun fact for you, over 45% of accepted applicants into med school for 2020 had taken a gap year. So That's pretty crazy. And I think like only 35% of applicants who were accepted went straight out from college. So it's increasingly more common to take that gap year and to really explore things for yourself and make sure, you've got your life together, I guess. I don't know. I don't have my life together, but whatever. Hopefully I can get my life together at some point. And I think it's worthwhile. I'm just a little hesitant because I don't want to waste that time, and I don't want to miss out with all my friends who are probably applying this next cycle, and I'm going to be taking a gap year. I don't want to miss out with them because I've been with them the whole time, but I think it might be the best thing for me to take this time to research and maybe have some time to explore other interests as well, and before I get going in med school. For all of you who may be watching this video for some odd reason, just my future self, because that's probably the only person who's really going to see this. Just don't be afraid to take that time and reflect. Think about what you really want. And I think down the line, am I really going to care that I took an extra year before med school? Probably not. What's the difference between finishing residency at age 31 versus 32? It's like probably not much. Maybe I'm missing out on 1 year of my max potential salary earnings. I think that's what they say in the White Coat Investor. Not a sponsor, but I think it's worthwhile to take this gap year for me because of the insight it's going to give me and the peace I think I'll get taking that time to really explore my interests and potentially some other personal life things that could be happening during that gap year. Give myself some time to figure that out. Just feels like the right move. Do you ever make a decision where you're like, that just kind of feels right, even though maybe not everyone would agree with you, or like it might be a little bit against the grain? It just kind of feels like that. You know what I mean? Well, that was pretty rambly and pretty incoherent. I'll probably remake this video and make it good at some point, but those are my thoughts on a gap year. I'll probably make more videos later. I've got some things. What did I want to talk about? Talk about how I take notes for my pre-med classes, like biochemistry, organic chemistry, general chemistry, physics. I want to talk about neuroscience because I'm a neuroscience major, and neuroscience is awesome. Why neuroscience is like the coolest major ever, and why you should do it as a pre-med if your school has it. I also want to talk about best places to find research, best places to volunteer, where you should volunteer, find your volunteer hours, where you can get clinical hours. Again, side plug, anesthesia tech, pretty cool gig, and where to get your leadership experience. I'll talk about how you can be happy as a pre-med, how to succeed, how to stay afloat when you're trying to do so many things. And a little sneak peek, I think part of staying afloat is doing what's best for you, taking your own timeline. I want to talk about Notability and why that is the best app on the iPad for note-taking. I literally use it every single day. I cannot believe I survived without it. Best thing ever. If you're going to take organic chemistry, get Notability. I also want to talk about like a day in the life of a pre-med. That'd be fun. Day in the life of an anesthesia tech. Be kind of cool. I could talk a lot about productivity. Big Ali Abdaal fan. If you're watching this, shout out to you. I could talk about best note-taking apps for my Mac, which is for sure OneNote, or not OneNote. Yeah, Microsoft OneNote. Sorry, that was weird. Got it mixed up with Evernote, but I like OneNote the most, and I've really tried a ton. I've tried Notability, I've tried Evernote. I use Notion a lot. I tried OneNote, and I've tried the Notes app on the Mac, and really OneNote is far superior, and I'll go into that later for why. Oh man, there's so many neuroscience videos I want to make. Like, I want to talk about how sleep is so important, and it like helps prevent Alzheimer's disease. That's pretty cool. I want to talk about addiction and what I've learned about addiction through neuroscience. I want to talk about the amygdala and what does it actually do. Is it actually the fear center of your brain, or is that just pop culture, pop psychology? Stay tuned. I want to talk about some Alzheimer risk factors. That'd be fun. Like, we'll get into that later. And then just some general life stuff, I have a lot of life things I feel like I've learned. One of them, being to just put yourself out there, which is literally why I'm making this video. It feels very uncomfortable for me. But, you know, I'm just going to do it because probably the first like 50 videos I make are going to suck anyways. So like, might as well just make it now. There's just a lot of value to like throwing yourself into the deep end a little bit. Like applying for things, even if you don't think you're going to get it, just do it. Try. No point not trying. Yeah, and don't get caught focusing too much on the future, but enjoy the present. That's about all I got to say right now. It's a pretty crazy, rambly video. I might edit it, I might just upload it, and we'll see if anyone ever watches this. But I might title this video My YouTube Channel, or Why I'm Starting a YouTube Channel, or Connor's Premed Path to Success. Well, anyways, my name is Connor. I'm a pre-med student at BYU, neuroscience major. I'm a junior, taking the MCAT in May, and this is all I got to say. Talk to you guys later.